undefeated at home in league. We thought that's probably what it would take to get a double bye. Today is definitely a step back, so we're going to have to win a couple on the road to make up for it. Still processing what happened today, but I can tell you right off the top, when you let Jordan Riley go for 35 in your own gym, that's a real problem, especially when for 2 days all we did was talk about the kid. And then it seems like little things, but you let 15 make 3 threes. The fact is he makes one of those 3. It's a completely different game. Offensive rebounds were 14 to 10. When we offensive rebound better than the other team, we win. When we don't, we lose. Second chance points +4, but in a 1-point game, you still win by 3. You take those away, even if we're equal. Points off turnover, 17 to 13. We had 16. That's a 4-point margin. You just turn it over 3 less times, you end up winning by 3. I mean, every little thing that you could find where we could get 3 more points, 2 more points, 4 more points, we did the exact opposite of what was necessary today. I'm probably most disappointed in us defensively. Just 3 games ago, we were the best defense in our league. We're giving up 95 points per 100 possessions. The last 3 games, that's gone the wrong way. We scored 75 on an average night tonight, what I thought was average offensively. Still should have been enough to win. I'm disappointed in a bunch of this, and for sure I'm going to have a long night watching film and thinking about what I got to do better. So, any questions you have?
Richard?
Coach, obviously Cannon tried to play through his injury and checked out early in the second half, and Maxim was not dressed up today. Can you provide updates on those two, what has been going on?
Well, Cannon was as brave as anybody on our team. If the rest of the guys had the same bravery, we might be celebrating right now. We got to really think about what we're going to do moving forward, because we wanted a healthy Cannon for Tulsa and then the bye week. We thought we could get through these 2 games with him and then give the week off, because we don't play Rice Wednesday to Wednesday. But because of today, I don't know. We're going to have to look at it. But he tried to do his best for his teammates, and I'm really proud of him for that. That's one of the things I'm thankful for. Maxime, I really don't know when he's going to be back. It's just I think I would call it in layman's terms some form of tendonitis above his foot, but I really don't know how to explain it properly. I know he's on the proper medication. We sent him to a doctor, not just a trainer. The doctor and trainer did the right thing, but part of that right thing is that he didn't play today. So we did the best with what we have. I think we still had enough, but we'll be monitoring those 2 pretty closely, and I probably won't know until Tuesday, because once we pulled Kane, it just didn't feel right to put him back in.
Justin?
Coach, you mentioned Jordan Riley's big game. What do you think made it so difficult to guard him today?
I think that we did the exact opposite of what you need to do 60% to 80% of the time. If he's in a seam and you send him back to the help where he came from, then you have gap help. If you let him refuse you or get to the open seam, go the other way, he's a really good player. Most people aren't going to be able to guard him one-on-one, and if anything, we proved that pretty firmly tonight. So instead of guarding him with gap help, which we were great at just 3 games ago, we've gotten pretty average at that, and people are continuing to drive opposite of where our help is coming from. And you let a really good player see the first one go in. I think the first, we were up 21-10, something like that, and he hadn't seen one go in. Maybe one, Xander was low on his switch, but our switches were low, our gaps were opposite, and the communication defensively has definitely declined.
What do you think?
Coach, Isaiah had a pretty solid game, 20 points, and including putting himself in big spots where he made 2 back-to-back triples on the corner in the final minutes. What are your thoughts on how much he's improved over these past couple of games and being aggressive and getting to the line and just making those shots in big moments?
Offensively, he continues to improve. In the middle of the loss, I can still say I love the kid and I'm proud of him. Certainly defensively, in moments he had lapses on Riley. We had to change it up on who was guarding who. So part of being a great basketball player is we've got to be able to do both offense and defense. But offensively, he's making leaps. And certainly those 2 threes were incredibly courageous. I think we're down 5, and the threes really end up putting us in the game. So I'm thankful he gave us a chance. It just wasn't enough, and I think we'll still continue to see growth on the offensive end for him. There's more in there.
Okay.
Coach, you guys ended with 16 turnovers, 10 of them in the first half, and also ended with 17 fouls. It just really felt like you guys were disoriented all game, both offensively and defensively. Can you talk about going into that?
Yeah, the turnovers are a tad surprising to me. To be honest, there wasn't anything in their zone that was any pressure filled. We continued to drive baseline when really the middle drive was the better decision. In the beginning, in the first half, we kept trying to crab dribble and over dribble against the zone in a ball screen when we really are just inviting the switch to get off the ball. Instead of getting off the ball, we chose dribbling. We did our best to find high lows. We went 1-4 high, we went to an out pick, we got Nico in a seam. We were trying to be as creative as we could because there were gaps down the middle parts of that zone. When we did it right, we looked good. But like I said, 75 points was enough to win. The points off turnovers is, we're -4 there. We fix that, we win the game. Even if we're just a little better, we win the game. So turnovers killed us. Fouling's a thing for us. It gets to the point where sometimes we're professional foulers. And we fall asleep for moments. That Riley 3 in the corner with 1 second on the shot clock was as big a deal as anything. I thought that was one of our better defensive possessions without fouling. When we didn't foul, we could get late in the shot clock against them. But we kept fouling at weird, odd times for weird, odd reasons. And he'd settle for an 18-foot jump shot, and we wouldn't let him land. And over again, we're asking guys the same exact thing. So at this point, I'm a professional repeater. And I've got to do a better job of getting them to the point where they really believe that just contesting straight up is the right answer. And until I can do that, it's my fault, because coaching is as much about teaching, and teaching is only good when it's retention. And if we don't contest up, we make Jordan Riley score 35 because ultimately he was 11-14 at the line.
Yanni, last question.
The final sequence with Josiah shooting the free throws and then they miss theirs, get it back. Can you take us through that, and what do you say to a freshman who had a chance in a big moment but just didn't do it?
To be honest, I didn't say anything about the free throw. We didn't lose the game because of that. Like, I didn't even bring it up. We'll tell them we love them. We're 8 of 10 from the line. Now, I think we didn't get to the line enough to win the game, but we definitely made our shots. The fact that we missed that last one is painful. I thought Deb Vanderpool got fouled on the play. I thought we got exactly what we wanted. We got the whole open side of the floor for him to drive. And then we had 3 guys crashing weak side rebound just in case there was a miss. I think he got fouled. He should have shot 2 free throws. Instead, we're stuck in a 1-on-1. In that situation, you've got to make it. And then at the other end, we didn't free throw line box out. I mean, 5 seconds was enough. We have a play that we practice every game day that we're ready for even without the timeout. We couldn't get to it because we didn't box out. And you look at the 14 offensive rebounds to 10, the one that could have cost us is any of them, but the 14th kept us from running our 5-second game winner play. And we end up with a half-court shot instead. The thing falls apart, and you're going to focus on the shots, the free throw, and Isaiah's half-quarter, but it was lost in the details. We felt like we were prepared for that moment. It's great to be in end-of-game situations, but it's incredibly painful when your turnovers, your fouling, and the inability to guard the other team's best player wasn't good enough.